Evidence. Tonight, see what truly exists inside the world of the paranormal. Inside. Join the discussion and review some of the best paranormal evidence captures from a wide variety of experienced and up-and-coming investigators. See and hear what they capture, where they captured it, and how they captured it. Right now on Entity Voices Paranormal Evidence.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Entity Voices Paranormal Evidence. I'm Chris.
I'm Audra.
I'm Tony.
I'm Cherie Rothman. Hi. Come on. It's Monday, guys.
Hi, I'm Lourdes.
And I'm Ron, and this is the only gesture I can come up with. Also bizarre, and I don't know why I'm doing it.
We're excited.
Yes.
Trying to find our show to share it. I couldn't find it.
You gotta go to the Entity Voices page.
It came on late. I got it shared to most everything before we went live.
That one?
Trying.
Trying. Well, I hope everybody had a good week.
Yeah.
A
good week?
A good, yes.
It's a short week.
Since the last time we met. What are you talking about?
Like today's only Monday.
From last week. We haven't seen it since
All
last Monday.
right.
You're a week ahead, Audra. You're a week ahead.
She's excited for the holiday.
I'm ready for next week.
She had so much fun. She forgot.
And she forgot. Well, for everybody watching, now that Audra brought it up, Entity Voices Paranormal Evidence will be taking next week off. UNX will be running a rerun show on their audio, but on Facebook Live and YouTube Live, we won't be here because we're taking Labor Day weekend off.
Yay!
Yes.
Yep.
To celebrate labor.
And
For lack of.
To celebrate labor.
Oh,
there's
exciting.
Andy over there.
There's
But
Andrew.
we will be back on September 12th live. And
Yeah.
definitely you're going to want to tune in for this show. We have a guest that has done some absolutely just unbelievable things, crossing from the paranormal to the supernatural, and he's willing to talk about and discuss quite a bit of it. So make sure you join us September 12th.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
2-part show. Tony's not part of it all.
Wow.
It's a 2-part show.
Looking forward to it. Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's going to be one of those to be continued,
It is.
like they do on TV that everybody gets mad at.
Right.
But it'll be a good show. You guys are not going to want to miss next week.
Yep.
Yeah. So good night.
Not next week, 2 weeks.
Oh, come on.
Have fun celebrating labor. And see you next
Yeah.
week.
All the labor we do.
I thought we were good.
What labor we do.
Well,
Thank you, Melissa. Yeah, we get tired of hearing ourselves, I think.
We need a break from hearing ourselves.
Week after week. Oh, look at that. Chris and Audra will be on History of a Haunting September 10th.
Yes.
That's
Well, that is certainly something to watch.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a recap of our USS North Carolina, so it'll be pretty cool.
Nice.
Katie, hold on. What's
Yes.
up?
We got a miniseries, an EVPE miniseries. That's fantastic.
Episode
Yeah.
1 and 2.
Well, Entity Voices tonight are going to share with you some of our evidence. We have got, and hey guys, if you wanted to see an evidence show, Mr. Rathman has come through for you tonight. So
I'm excited to hear.
we're going to try and talk in between, but for those of you that love staying up till 3 a.m., no, I'm just
We caught a lot. I can't help it. I cut it in half. There were quite as many.
It was hard to pick and choose, right?
Yeah, he's the Costco of evidence. You want one, you gotta get 300. There's no buying one.
You can't just buy one. You got to buy
Never
it.
too much. Never too much.
Tony's Sam's Club Rathman.
For $99.95.
I deliver in bulk. Yes.
Are we going to
And
No,
quality.
we'll make it through. Some of them are
Okay.
like 3 seconds long.
All right.
And,
We'll make
and
it
quality, Tony. And quality, not just quantity. Quality.
Correct.
Quality. They're all quality. I listened to them all.
Yeah.
They're all quality EVPs.
I have
They're
I have no
fantastic.
doubts.
Thank you. Thank
You
you.
don't get to wear that hat for nothing.
That's right.
That's right. I had to earn this by doing dishes so my wife would make it.
Mop the floor.
I just went to the mall.
You spell that with a U or?
Ew.
Who goes
Sorry, I
to the
don't have
mall
the
this
East Coast
night?
accent. All right, here we go. So we're going to start off with Ron and Lourdes.
Very sweet.
Very
We're bouncing
sweet.
around, whatever you want to do.
No, we'll do them in order. I think it's easier because I'll get lost. I got to scroll like 6 times through StreamYard to see them all.
I'm already lost. It's okay.
All right, so here we go. Gettysburg Bash 2022 long.
Was a great,
What's that, Ronald?
great time.
Great time. So this was a DRV. We actually commandeered a conference room in the Wyndham in the middle of the night.
That's the right word. That's the right word.
The exact word. We snuck
We
in and
did.
closed the door, and we'd look through the crack anytime we had to go out to make sure nobody was coming, so they could see us in there. So
Get to the other side.
So let's go ahead and take a listen to this one. This one's fantastic. Here we go. I mean, they're in Gettysburg. And there's probably hundreds of men lying waiting to talk.
Yeah.
Hundreds.
Yeah.
Hundreds.
That's kind of funny.
Said Audrey.
How do you feel about the debauchery and drinking happening outside this room?
Thirsty?
Maybe. The cadence is there.
I just hope Steve's not in there going, I'm not going to do our reading. I don't think so.
That was cool.
It was way cool.
That is awesome. What I love about DRV, you get the full sentence.
Right.
And
Yeah.
You can hear it clear.
How many times, though, have we heard what we're assuming are spirits, but say, I need water, I'm thirsty, I'm parched?
Right.
That's a great point. Maybe they're identifying with, like they said, sometimes spirits may hang around because they're still jonesing for what they can no longer have, and that's why they'll vicariously try to live through people who are still in the meat suit.
Maybe. That's
Yeah.
possible.
That's a great point. I loved how they said Alice in Wonderland, Audrey's name. I love that. And I love about that clip too is that there were things that came through that somebody heard every one of those things when they came through. And that's part of what we want to establish is the back and forth. And somebody heard at least everything that came through.
Right.
Yeah.
That was great.
That's our goal. Hopefully it gets better and better.
It was
Well,
clear. So
Yeah.
clear.
Funny thing is that Ron, you were just talking about, the debauchery that was going on, the drinking and everything that's gone on outside the room, and then they come back with I'm parched.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
They
true.
want to hang with us too.
Well, what was really weird was when you and I started talking about Steve catching us in the room, because we really did commandeer this conference room, y'all.
Yeah,
we
we did.
weren't supposed to be in there. That was the room where everybody spoke during the conference.
During that day, yeah.
And we're like, oh crap! If Steve hears us in here, I hope we don't get kicked out. And they're like, well, don't hang up.
Yeah.
But he did walk in, and it was okay. He was fine.
Yeah.
He did walk in, but he was okay with it.
He stuck his head in and went, oh, it's you guys. And shut the door.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's true though, because what you guys just said all puts context where that plugs into timing and relevance. That those things were all contextually in league with what we were talking about or what was happening.
Wow.
And having said Audrey's name, she was with us, you know,
Yes.
so that was cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to play the next one, and I'm not going to tell the title.
Oh yeah, don't.
Here we go.
Oh, I heard Chris Oldfield band.
Did you hear that?
That was great.
Whoa. Hey, Audra just pointed out something really strange about that clip.
The word Gonyak?
No. No. The fact that we were all in the room. No, I'm just kidding. She actually picked up all goosed.
The second, when you slowed it down, you can actually hear it say, instead of all good, it was like all goots. And that's...
And when my ancestors came to America, our original name was all Goots because they originated in Germany, and then went to Italy and then to France and then came over to America. And when they came to America, they dropped the ST and just went with all good instead of all Goots. And we actually heard it. That was a trip.
Wow.
Can we play that again, please?
Good catch. I did not know that.
Yeah. Listen, the second time when you slow it down is where you hear it at the very end.
Okay.
Here we go.
Oh, I heard Chris Oldfield band.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
I even hear it before it gets slowed down. You hear it. It says all goods. Yup.
And once it's slowed down, it's really there. Wow.
That's
Ooh,
That's
cool.
That's
cool.
amazing.
Didn't hear
That is
Yeah.
amazing.
Hadn't heard that. That's really cool.
Yeah,
we
that
didn't
is way cool.
Good.
So fun.
Okay, this next one is creepy.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not gonna let you guys explain it. We'll talk about each one after, but because that's the phenomenal thing about this group is the evidence that this group captures is just phenomenal. And you'll see it with Tony, you'll see it with Ron and Lourdes. I didn't put any in tonight, guys. Audra and I didn't put any in because we want to make sure we got through Tony's because it's phenomenal stuff. But
I'm so sorry.
it's not Tony's fault. It was Chris's decision. I wanted to make sure we got through it all for everybody watching. But this one's really creepy. Listen to this one.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
Do you guys have a picture of that mask?
What?
Do you guys
Yeah.
have a picture of that mask?
I do now from this past weekend. That was a couple weeks back. We're at the Shanley all the time. We're going next weekend too. But there's a mask in there that Scotty the medium brought in. When they opened it up, Johnny Zaffis, Sam Beltrus, like everybody left the room. Like they didn't like the mask. So our speculation is that that's somebody who's a resident spirit at the Shanley who does not want what's on that mask in that environment and wanted this one to touch it so she could take it out of there.
Nope.
But no.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a creepy looking clown mask. It's creepy.
And you know what? We've talked about this one before, and somebody else picked this up, and I also pick it up too. I see a guy not connected to the mask standing on the opposite side of the room, pointing at Lourdes in a brown suit, going, "Let Lourdes touch the mask. Get that thing out of here."
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nope. It's staying there. Sorry.
Smart.
Good move.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Mr. Don't Want It Here, but
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a creepy mask, and it gives a lot of people the negative heebie-jeebies. That's technical for heebie-jeebies, by the way.
technical for heebie-jeebies.
None of that stuff.
Yeah, when the demonologist leaves the room, that's your cue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you just follow them. Yeah.
Seriously, we were at the Shanley and we were doing a session with one of the ghost boxes. And Tracy was like, if you say our name or something, that person will touch the mask. And I think it said Kelly. So she went to go touch it. And just when she was about to touch it, something said, "Don't." And she goes, "Oh, someone said don't. I'm not touching it."
Wow.
That was Saturday night in the seance room, the renovating. It was the Holte TR604 ghost box. It was sweeping, and she was going to rub its nose. And when she literally got inches from touching the mask, a female voice came out of the ghost box and went, "Don't," and she sat back down.
She said, "Nope." She said, "Don't."
Oh, wow. That's so crazy.
Hey, y'all, when Johnny Zaffis and Sam Baltrusa step up and walk out the room,
Yeah.
Good night.
good night.
That's a pretty good sign to leave it alone.
Yeah. It's like before we start an investigation with other groups, I tell them, okay, we don't do the dude run because people will get hurt unless you see me run. If you see me run, you all better skip. Get the hell out.
And just to answer Carrie's question, Scotty the medium, who's the medium in the Shanley pretty much, someone gave it to him because they were having problems and he didn't have anywhere else to bring it. So he brought it to the Shanley. And they keep it encased.
Right.
It's in a case, so it's not,
Okay.
Gotcha. Good.
Well, and for everybody watching, you have Sam Baltrusis, you have Johnny Zaffis in the room, and you have Scotty in the room.
Right.
You're in a pretty safe zone until you see Sam and Johnny.
Yeah.
You
have to take note. Yep. You have to look at that. Yep.
I'm correcting Katie Holte. It's not sometimes. It's almost always. quite often.
Yeah.
And that one, it saved somebody, I think. So there you go.
Yeah.
All right, so let's jump to the next one. Here we go.
Wow.
Who is David?
That was like a week ago here. That was like a week ago here.
I have a bigger question. If David is a ghost, what are the people that are communicating?
Ghost ambassadors? Oh.
Ghost senators.
Yeah.
Ghost of the house.
Unless it was trying to tell us like maybe it's someone that has passed that we don't know of. But I don't know. The David I know is still alive.
We
so
got David as an angel in a subsequent recording after that too.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
Kind of like they're saying he's here with us.
Yeah. That's what I got from it. I don't know.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it was odd. That was like a week ago. That was right after Gettysburg here when we did a
Yeah.
sitting here.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
That's awesome.
All right. Here we go. Next one.
I heard Shanley before, very clearly. It was a woman.
My name is Tracy. Can you tell me your name? My name is Tracy. Can you tell me your name?
Okay, that's incredible.
That was at the Shanley a couple weeks back. Like I said, we're pretty much Kelly that owns the Shanley could put us on her taxes if she wanted to.
As dependents.
That's how much we're there.
Yeah.
And that was there, and she heard something that made her ask that question. That was Tracy Vespucci, who works there as a manager, and then Kelly was the one that gasped because Beatrice Shanley is one of the Shanleys that used to live there and own the place. That was their home.
So she was
Wow.
a family member. Wow.
That's amazing.
Yeah, first
That
and
is
last name is
amazing.
awesome. Yeah.
That is wow. That is cool.
And Kelly at the Shanley, by the way, and this person sitting next to me, if you want to talk badly about them, get on a plane because anything shy of that, they will hear it.
We always hear, and it's the same. We always react at the same time, and we hear the same exact thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
Wow.
really good.
And for all of you watching, the creaking door in the back was Anthony Simonelli coming out of the men's room. He'd had too many cold cuts and cannolis.
It's true. Probably true.
He's going to kill me for that
Yeah.
He was with us this past weekend too. He's a blast. Him and Giuseppe walking around Walmart buying stuff to make sandwiches. Got a loaf of bread under his arm. I was like,
those two are a blast, man.
Yeah.
Those two
they are.
Yeah, they are. They are.
All right. Now we are jumping into Tony stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Anybody need to go to the bathroom?
Everything that you're gonna see was captured at an overnight investigation at the building behind us. That is the old Gila County Courthouse, built in 1907. And although we heard it was haunted, and a lot of people were saying they caught stuff, I really wasn't expecting that much. But
Yeah, we were with Joe Thompson and
Dylan,
and who's the guy?
he was from the courthouse.
Oh, okay.
But we were pleasantly surprised. So
Yes.
we have DRV captures, we have EVPs, and we have EVPs captured with parabolic mics. So
That's fantastic. And for everybody watching, the Gila County Courthouse is directly connected to the Gila County 1910 jail, where Ghost
Correct.
Adventures has been there, Ghost Hunters have been there. That's the one that has the walkway connected between the two, where the shots were fired from the courthouse into the jail and killing people. And
Oh yeah.
Right.
very haunted location.
bridge of size. Yep.
All right,
Looks
here's the
cool.
first one.
Wait, do you have a question, Ron?
No, I was saying the building looks really cool.
It is. And what you're not seeing is behind Cherie is the 1910 jail behind the courthouse.
Hold
Otherwise-
on one second. I'll make it so you can see it.
And they say behind every good woman there's a jail.
Or a sentence.
Wow,
Oh,
look
nice.
at that.
So you see that gray building with the 3 brown windows in the back of the courthouse? That's the 1910 jail.
Wow,
Wow.
that's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
What a great idea, Tony, to just do what you did.
No,
The actual courthouse though did have cells in it. Now they're no longer there. They pulled them out, but at one time it did have actual jail cells in
wow.
there.
cool.
All right,
That's
here we
all.
go. Here's the first clip.
Something about names.
That's good.
Yeah, it was
Wow,
good.
that was so
Yeah,
cool. how is the kids F him? I love
That's
that.
good.
Right?
You know, and do we have kids? Of course
Yeah,
we
we
do.
do.
And
Dylan.
Dylan was there, but it said kids, not how's Dylan. But and then that voice, they asked
The raspy one.
like,
Yeah.
That was
insane.
good.
That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Audra's like, somebody's a smoker, and I was just thinking that's like a truck stop waitress voice right there.
That was great. Yes,
Here's
it
the
was.
next one, same location.
Can you say Anthony Rathman?
That's funny.
That's 2 for 2, Tony.
Wow. And specific.
I know.
I mean, that's no mistaking who they're talking about in 2 right there.
Yeah,
Correct. Correct.
I know. That was good.
We actually read it. We sat in front of it, asked questions, and then we'd walk away for an hour, but let it run, and it recorded the whole time. Took me like a week to get through it all, but there was some good stuff in there.
That's great to do. We do that a lot when we do it here, and even like at the family sometimes we'll leave it running and we'll walk outside for like 20 minutes, come back. As long as it's not disturbing another part of an investigation, that's great to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that's how we catch some of our best stuff. Is we don't stand there and ask questions. We drop a recorder and just leave it there and go away for a couple hours and then come back.
Yeah,
I like doing both because other than if it names something specific like that, you lose the timing and relevance with context if you're not there asking anything or dialoguing. But when you get Tony and there's Rathman and stuff like he's in 2 clips we've already seen. I mean, it's really there's no walking away from that and dismissing it. That's pretty freaking specific.
And the F-bomb.
Well, I know. Every time they said my name, I'm like, fuck. I'm like,
Said F-bomb.
it played on the audio. So anyway,
he makes a point.
It's funny though because when we were there asking questions, the responses were much more prevalent than when we weren't there asking questions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I believe that.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Which is a great lead into the next one because Tony's sitting right in front of it. So let's listen to this one.
I'm in the jail. Yes. Were you guilty or not guilty? Did you spend?
Wow. That's a direct answer. Case closed. Solid piece of evidence.
I'm surprised you didn't get after that, but I'm not telling the judge that.
I'm surprised they answered.
Yeah.
That's what they were like, guilty and stop. Like, stop asking me. I already said guilty.
Twice and then stop.
Yeah.
Wow, that was cool.
Great. That is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I know, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. All right, here's the next. Here we go.
I have a name. That was a young child voice.
Yeah, I heard it. Is that your obelisk?
No, it was his name.
Ovid's haven't said anything.
It came from out here.
No,
because
I
outside.
heard it over there.
I heard it over here.
Yeah.
Over here.
Yeah.
That was a young girl's voice. Okay, that's
Okay, now I'm getting chills.
Okay, that actually wasn't direct radio voice, even though I put it in the TRV from your book.
I saw that.
But we were sitting in the old jail cells, and I asked that question, and this young girl's voice came out of thin air. We all heard it.
Yeah.
All 5 of us were in the same section. There were no kids in that building, and it sounds like she says Betsy, but she sounds like she's somewhere between maybe 8 to 11, 12 maybe.
Yes.
But it just, the voice came out of nowhere.
Well, here's the most incredible thing about that evidence, and we talk about situational awareness a lot on the show, is when you catch an EVP, how do you determine if it's paranormal or not? Listen to when Tony and Cherie are talking. There's an echo to that room. the EVP did not carry the same echo, and it sounded like it floated above the actual digital recording of the other voices. And that's how you determine you have an EVP, because it's not coming through with the echo like it's in the room with you guys.
Right.
Well, the other thing is that all 5 of us thought it came from a different area.
Yeah.
You can hear us go, I heard it. No, I heard it over here. No, it came from me. We don't know where it came from.
Yeah, but I mean, to even get deeper into it, even if that came from a different area, down a hallway, as it would have entered that room, the acoustics in that room would have caused an echo if it was a physical voice.
Correct. Right. Because sound waves would have bounced, and there was no.
There's definitely no echo. Yeah.
No, that was cool.
Yeah, it was not environmentally impacted whatsoever. He's right. That's a great observation. That is a qualifier for that being anomalous.
Yep. All right, here's the next.
Are we bothering you?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
We don't mean to bother you. We just want to communicate. Will you talk with us?
We just want to hear your story. We mean no harm. Can you let us know why are you here?
Now, the funniest thing about that was I honestly didn't know what candidature meant. I had to go look it up. And it stands for like kind of like a candidate if they're running for politics. It means they want. Candidature means to establish or to recognize something. I'd have to go look it up again. But I was like, holy crap.
Like stature.
Yeah.
Like stature.
Correct. Like they were showing their importance or affirming their role. Or I was like, oh my God.
That's pretty cool.
So Audra caught something, and I actually heard it too. On the yes, there's a ma'am.
There's yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, really?
And I think it's a little more than that because I heard some other stuff, but I couldn't make it
We
up.
heard it say Rathman close to the beginning too, after the first voice, I think.
Yeah.
I heard that as well. There's a bunch of stuff in there. I just tried to pick what I thought was the most audible.
But it's so cool that you learned a new word from them.
I heard it and I could repeat it, but I'm thinking, what's that mean?
That's representative.
Well, and it's a direct representation of the times too, because back in the early 1900s, they didn't use as much slang as we use today.
Yeah, that's
right.
proper.
Right.
What
It
you
was
talking
You guys want to hear it again?
Yeah.
Play it one more time. Come on.
Yeah, that's
Are we bothering you?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
We don't mean to bother you. We just want to communicate. Will you talk with us?
We just want to hear your story. We mean no harm. Can you let us know why are you here?
That's
I
good.
know. This
That's
where
a big word. That's a big word to come in through something and go, oh yeah, that's a radio bleed through from someone who's giving away concert tickets, and he happened to say candidature too. I mean, come on.
We think that it's saying don't ask this Rathman.
Oh, yeah, we heard the exact same thing.
Yeah.
We heard the
So,
exact
Ron,
same thing.
I'll let you answer that question.
Everett, so when Tony got started doing direct radio voice, which is DRV, I thought, well, when he gets stuff, it's Tony Rathman Voices. That's TRV. And I was so committed to the concept that I put it in the book.
What were you going to answer?
I was going to say about
That's awesome.
The location. That's
That was
where
great.
we were-
Yes. Yes.
That was fantastic.
Mhm.
There was a ton of stuff in that one, man. That was.
And that was answering Cherie, by the way. What did she say? Like, why are you here?
Yeah.
Right? Her question was based on why they're there.
And they're
they're saying where and what type of building was that?
That's
Right.
actually the
The
courthouse.
courthouse. We were
We're
in
not, we're not supposed to be there.
Yeah, we really can't say what part because
Oh, okay, sorry.
But yeah, we were in a part we.
They commandeered the conference room. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
So they were looking for candidatures. There you go. It makes sense.
So Katie, that was direct radio voice. So the device input was shortwave signal at 14,400 with no radio transmission, just blank white noise.
With the filtered white noise, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neat.
That was really cool.
Yeah, that's great.
All right. Sorry, guys. All right. Here's the next one.
Yeah.
That was actually an EVP.
I was going
I
to say
mixed them over. I got so excited about that TRV thing. I just started putting them in, and I'm like, wait a minute.
That first noise sounded like a cell door slamming and somebody else saying, keep it down.
They use that. We caught that on the parabolic mic, and that banging happened every time they were trying to warn each other, yet we never heard it with our own ears. But when we played the parabolic, it was everywhere. In fact, there's one, I don't know if that was the one, there's one so loud, it literally echoes through the building like a gunshot.
Yeah, I think it's a gunshot.
It sounds like.
Yeah. Remember the history about Williams? What's his name?
Kingsley.
Kingsley. He got shot
in prison. Guy snuck into the courthouse with a rifle and shot him through the bar.
So let's add a little bit more intrigue to that. So even to this day, cellies, back then, cellies, the beds used to fold up.
Yes.
Or they had tin cups to drink from. Or they would bang something on the bars. And it was the way, that's how they would warn other inmates that a guard or something was coming. So they would hide any contraband or anything that they were doing that they weren't supposed to. So they used to pick up those metal beds that were on chains hanging from the wall, and then go boom and let them drop. And the closer the noise got to you, you know how close the guard was coming down the hallway. They still do it to this day.
Really?
With the bed, they have different signals to this day, and as the sound gets closer, you know the guard's getting closer to where you're at.
Well, so that's where you were last weekend.
I have a special savings plan just for bail.
Just for bail.
Just for bail. Audra has the PIN number to get in there, just in case.
It's a gold card, actually. Is what it is. Kidding me.
That's all right.
Anthony Simonelli to bring you a cake with a file in it.
I know.
Cannoli with a file.
Hey, it's only a felony if you get convicted. All right, here we go. Here's the next one.
Alright, my duty meter is far away from me, and if there is any that is the obelisk 5.
Yeah.
Again, EVP, not direct radio voice, but that was just so cool because it was you can hear the disembodied sound to it. And Shree goes, "Was that the obvious?" I'm like, "There's no feed. That was a guy's voice in the obvious, and the obvious is like bird." Bird.
That was clear.
Yeah, it had a whispery tone to it, but it had a lot of tone to it.
Correct.
And that was really like the emphasis on every syllable of the words.
Yeah.
It was clear.
Yeah, that was clear.
Hooked on Phonics worked for him.
Yeah.
All right. Here's the next one. This one sounds pretty nasty. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Straight EVP off parabolic mic.
Wow, okay.
Wow.
Were you guys in the kind of the same room, or had you like moved around to do some of this?
No, there were 3 floors, including a basement.
Okay.
The parabolic was in the basement, running all by itself. We were on the other floors.
First. Yeah.
All right.
Where was the parabolic mic? Was in the basement.
Yep.
Yeah.
I wonder where death row was, because that would have been an interesting catch.
Death row would have been in the jail. Remember, this is the courthouse.
Okay.
But the jail cells,
Conference room.
the jail cells were originally in the basement. That's where the parabolic was sitting in the old jail cells.
Okay. All right. And let's jump to the next one.
That was really.
If there are spirits in here, can I ask you a question?
I didn't know if I said portion or question.
He said question.
Oh, I said question.
Yeah, it's a question.
But we heard nothing when that was asked. Like I said, it showed up on the parabolic.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, that's also really cool. That parabolic has really done
I know.
amazing stuff. When you used it when you were here with us.
Yeah, it always surprises me what it captures. And considering a parabolic though works in the same way as any other microphone, requiring a sound wave, I still don't know how they do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is way cool.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to cut you off, Ron. Sorry, but
You didn't cut me off.
You started to say something, I thought.
I'm always starting to say something.
Audra smacked me.
Smacked him around a little bit back there.
She's over beating me off camera. Excuse me?
She looked at you because that sounded like something that probably should not be on this type of.
She was beating me up off camera.
There you go.
There we go.
Or you can dial 1-900.
Y'all didn't know this was a pay-per-view show, did you? For $49.95. It'll last longer than a Tyson fight.
Right?
All right, here we go. Here's the next one.
Okay, so I heard this when reviewing, and I was like, who talks to a jail cell like that? And then Cherie comes up to me and she goes, my nickname since I was a kid is Cell. And I'm like, oh my God. So they're not talking about jail. They're talking about Cherie.
Wait, that's your nickname?
Yeah,
Wow.
Cell.
Explain that one.
Three.
Explain, please.
I'm glad it's spelled
My
with a C.
nickname is Maricel. My mom always called me Cell.
Wow.
I have so many names.
Yeah.
So your favorite piece of equipment is your cell phone.
He's misspell it.
Yeah, she's like, it's only one L. I'm like, I was thinking jail cell, not
Right. Well, you point out a good thing, Tony. There's 2 points of relevance with that EVP. There's her nickname is Cell and Jail Cell. I mean, there's 2 points of relevance to that EVP. That's fantastic.
There absolutely is, but I don't understand why. What did it say? We want you. Why you'd say that to a jail cell, I'm not sure. But hey, they're in prison. Who knows?
Hey, you get stuck in that thing long enough, everything starts looking good, excluding the bars.
I like the nickname angle a lot because it makes more sense contextually for one, and for two, it is one of those things when we go. Tony didn't know it,
right?
So that's pretty cool.
Play that one more time. Now that I explained the correlation to Cherie.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, I think
pause after Cell.
Yeah.
Cell. We want you.
Yeah.
I get chills.
Yeah, that's creepy.
Yeah, plus it says we. I mean, it's not like there's a bunch of, they're not clowns in a circus trying to get into a Volkswagen. It's not like a bunch of them want to sell.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
They want Mrs. I'm doing EVPs.
Right.
That's who they want.
Yeah.
And that could be taken in multiple ways too. These guys are stuck in jail for a long time.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Of course.
And it could also be a
Come on, honey, we're going home.
yeah.
Yeah.
There could be a negative connotation to
Yeah.
it too. It's like ooh.
Yeah.
But what's pretty cool is that when you did annotate it, you didn't realize or you forgot that was her nickname, and it actually, that's
didn't
kind
know.
of cool.
I didn't even think about it. I knew she was called
You did?
Cell since a young age, but we were in a jail and
Yeah.
courthouse, and I'm thinking Cell. I'm like, why would they say that? And then she heard it and she goes, "That's me." I'm like, oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
if you look at context, right? Because we're speculating. It's the three things it could have meant. It said we, so it's spirits of potentially inmates that were now in spirit form, right? So either they want a jail cell, or they want a phone, or they want the pretty lady.
I would
Let's see. If I had to take a guess,
Yeah. Well, yeah, you can eliminate the cell phone because they didn't know what the hell that was back then. They didn't even get phone calls back then. So
Oh.
right?
Yeah.
I think we're narrowing it down.
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're starting to
And I
eliminate.
think we have.
Winner.
Too.
But
That's scary.
so there's two pieces of evidence that we've shown tonight where the other side of the veil has identified things that they shouldn't be identifying. All
Or
goods.
they shouldn't even have known.
Right.
We never said that. We never
Right.
explained it. We never even talked about it yet.
So they got my name, All Goots. They got Cherie's nickname, Cell. I mean, that is wow. That is
Yeah, and
That's
every
not
time we
doing it.
investigate, we always say, "Hey, my name is Cherie." I don't,
Right.
She doesn't say Cell.
Cell. It's only my
Right.
family knows my nickname. That's about it.
you guys have investigated with us. How often do I say my last name? Let alone
Yeah.
All Goots. I don't
Yep.
tell anybody my name's All Goots.
No, I've never
That
heard
is
that.
I love
is
those
weird.
two things that you pointed out because that speaks to what Rupert Sheldrake talks about with morphic resonance, with all things past, present, all life being connected through a collective consciousness. That's examples of morphic resonance right there. Those are two things that are out there that really nobody had any right to know coming through a device or otherwise.
Yeah.
right. And when you do a comparison of the two, Tony was the only one in that location that knew of her nickname, and it didn't catch you even when you were reviewing.
No.
And the only person in Gettysburg, Bash, sitting in that room with us that would have known All Goots was anything related to me was her.
Right.
So how
That's
weird
not-
is that?
Directed
Yeah.
messages. I mean, you know who they were meant for because
Right.
no one else would have known that.
Right.
That's really cool.
That is very
I just got
cool.
the chills. I just got the chills down both legs. That's pretty cool.
It's cool, but it's scary.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, pay attention. Everybody that's watching, pay attention. When the six of us get chills because of something that we go, it's like mind blowing. That's phenomenal considering the amount of experience sitting in the six people in this picture right here. I'm coming across your computer or your TV or however you're watching us right now. Or your little bitty phone.
That's a very good point, though.
And if it's your phone, we look about this big and just keep it that way because I've been working on it. So, all right, let's jump to the next one. Here we go.
Yeah.
That's good.
Well, no shit, Sherlock.
No mistaking that.
Yeah. If you weren't, we don't want to talk to you.
That is the second EVP that we caught. The first one, when we were at San Carlos, the spirit says we're dead.
Yeah, you know what? We don't hear that much. Usually we ask something and they'll say, we're not dead.
Yeah.
So that was, we've had it before, but that was one of the first ones in a while where they actually said, we're dead.
Well, and there's a significance too, because most of the places we investigate, those people probably didn't want to be.
Right.
Probably
You know what I mean? and you go to a 1910 jail where these guys are probably facing hanging. Thank God we're dead. You know what I mean? It's a celebratory moment, you know?
Yeah.
Celebratory.
Ooh. Saw what you did there, Mr. Yacovetti.
Play on words, well played.
Full name herself.
I'm just going to pee a little. All right, here we go.
If, as Chris would say, if you're paying attention, nothing so far since they started Tony's stuff has dipped below a Class A level. Like everything is like it's like broadcast clear. It's really good. That was really good.
Some of those EVPs absolutely blew me away, and there's one more coming yet that just
We have more?
yeah.
Oh.
One more coming yet that's just absolutely shocking. But like I said, I wasn't expecting much.
Yeah.
It really wasn't. But
Because when we went there, it doesn't feel like so much.
no, when I saw that little girl
active.
walk on the bottom of the steps, thought I had it on camera, I didn't. That
Well, you know, Ron points out a very good point, and Tony talks to the same thing. Is guys, and I touched base on our experience too. Is when you get to the many years of why are you tapping the selenite? Oh, she's telling me what time it is. When you get to the level of many years of experience and many hours of review, you tend to focus on the Class A's, right? And this group is not going to show you anything that's anything less than a Class A, because I mean, I'm sure there's hours upon hours and upon hours. Oh, hell if I know. I wasn't there, brother. That'd be interesting for me to check out, though.
Right.
I'm going to definitely check that out. But
yeah, good question.
It was a really good question. I'll have to dig into
If
that.
he had any family members in Gettysburg.
Yeah. Anthony asked if I had any members that fought in the battle at Gettysburg, but I'll have to look. But I mean, to finish my point, that we're not going to come on the show, and we're not going to show you anything but our Class A stuff. That's just the way the six of us work. I mean, and when it comes to review, I've gotten to the point with so many years of review, that's all I look for. I don't go back for the Class Bs anymore. I hear stuff, and I'll mark it. I'll write it down. I have a whole tablet full of stuff that I can go back, and if I ever want to pull it for future use, I can. But for the most part, if it doesn't jump at me and hit me in the face or punch me in the chest when I'm doing review, I don't put it to a video anymore, and I don't show it.
Right.
All right, here we go. Huh? Okay.
Wow.
For everybody watching, my wife keeps smacking me with selenite.
Well,
In 30 seconds, UNX is going to switch to their next audio program, but we are not done yet. We are going to continue on Facebook Live. We're going to continue on YouTube Live. We're going to show you the rest of what Tony's got on here, because it's phenomenal stuff, especially the one that he just talked about. So in about 10 seconds, if you want to stick with us on YouTube, stick with us on Facebook. Happy now?
Yeah. Thank you.
That time she was actually beating me up on camera. Not off. All right. Here's the next one. Bye, Tony.
Wow.
He went to go to see the other program. No,
Yeah. So I was like, wait, we can tune out in a minute.
Yeah, look at that.
I went to go click on Melissa Blackman's comment, and I clicked myself out. So here's the comment. Oh wait, no, it's this one. It's this one.
Oh no!
Thanks, Melissa.
Put the beans
Love
in
you,
tea.
girl.
So let me help you
I'm not
guys.
touching the mouse anymore.
It's
When you guys order one of these, do not buy one with multiple buttons.
No.
Yeah.
Because you'll be in the middle of a podcast and just disappear.
Magic.
It's
Because
magic.
I go to reach for the mouse, and there's buttons on all over the side, and they all boot me off. I don't even know what they're supposed to do.
That's great.
Don't touch.
The best part is our audience is getting used to it. Love you too,
Yeah.
Melissa. Thank you. I can take a beating. We're okay. All right, here's the next one.
Wow.
I don't know. Did that place ever burn?
Like an escape plan.
I was just gonna ask you that.
Yeah.
That's like an escape plan. Like, you know.
You should ask Carrie.
Yeah, I don't know.
An escape plan, or I would almost be curious to see if the place ever did burn,
Yeah.
and if any of the inmates ever died during the fire,
Right.
Oh,
and were never recovered.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe.
that's sad.
That'd be interesting. Like, hey, I'm still down here, Rathman.
Really?
What the
There
hell is
kitty.
that?
The podcast.
Oh, kitty, kitty, kitty.
Oh, I need my treats.
The podcast. He needed to make an appearance. It's in his contract. All right. Thank you.
He's like, I heard fire dig deep. You guys need me? All right, guys. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was
no,
really
it was just a cat. That's awesome. All right, here we go. Here's the next one.
I heard it again.
No, that's my ERV. Okay.
That's right there.
Alex is dead.
Ooh, that was a good one.
We have I went through multiple recorders in case because we had one set outside of that room that came off the parabolic, but we had them scattered across the basement. I checked every recorder to see if somebody did sneak down there and say that. Plus, that voice is way too low.
Yeah.
It was me, Joe, Dylan, and that other guy, but the other guy spent most of his time up on the second floor.
Yeah.
So that was just so strange.
So, just for clarity's sake for the audience, there were other recorders that were capable to have captured that same noise should it have been ambient, but the only one that got it was connected to the parabolic?
Correct.
Ha! Case
Correct.
closed. I'm done. No further questions. You make that.
And to add to that, we've heard Joe talk, and Joe's voice isn't that deep. And unless Dylan went through a really super rapid, huge puberty, that's not him either.
Well, exactly, but it was so clear at the last part of it after the "oh, thank you" was so clear. I'm like, that can't be.
Yeah.
But it did not show up on any other device.
Wow.
That was worth a second listen.
Yes, please.
All right, here we go.
I heard it again.
No, that's my ERV. Okay.
That's right there.
Alex is dead.
Surprise! I hit Tony's mouse.
Well, those bangs always seem to follow an EVP. I don't know if it's something in the crossover from their reality to ours, or I don't know what it is, but they are all over.
It's so quiet, but when you listen to the recorder, there's always bangs.
Bangs, right? There's one here, I think, where we're coming down the stairs, and you can hear us tromping down the wood steps, but they let out a warning that was just. I might have cut it. I don't know, but it might be there. We'll see. They just bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
That's interesting, man.
That was beyond clear.
Right.
And the fact that the most important part of that whole story to me is that there were more than one capable device present, and only one capable device got it.
Right.
Correct. Right. And I had to verify that because it is so clear. It sounds like somebody just talking.
Yeah.
And it didn't show up, and it would have because they weren't that far apart. We had one right outside where DRV was running. We had the parabolic just around that corner, and then I had another one in that little gift shop woodworking place.
Sorry, guys.
Laughing at the bang, bang, bang.
You said bang, 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 and all of a sudden Audra starts going, she bangs, she bangs. Oh my God. This is what I live with.
Alice in Wonderland, you better behave.
I know.
Sorry.
Hey, y'all, the East Coast is in trouble if this 6 ever gets together. I can tell you.
Oh my
that
God.
right now. Oh my God. All right. Let's jump to the next one. See, Tony and Cherie have been out with us before, away from investigations. Ron and Lourdes have seen us in Gettysburg, but the 6 of us have never gotten together away from an investigation and they never been to the party porch.
That's right.
That was so much fun.
It was.
There's that one.
And really quick for those of you watching the party porch, when Audra, Tony, Cherie, and I used to go down to the Aho Hospital and we used to do an investigation. There's a hotel.
It's our cabin.
Well,
hotel.
We put hotel in quotes. It's more
Yeah.
like those little sheds you can buy at Home Depot.
Tough shed. So this hotel would buy tough sheds and they would turn them into hotel rooms. And they were nice rooms.
Yes.
You could tell that they used everything you could get at the local hardware store to put these things together.
You could find.
But the one that we always rented, each one of them had a porch. And when we would get done investigating for the night, by 2:00, we were sitting on that front porch and the 4 of us were drinking. And anybody that investigated with us would sit there and drink with us too. And man, I feel bad for the people that did it with us because once the 4 of us started drinking, it was a free for all.
And it got loud.
Loud. Nobody could
And
sleep.
plus being tired from investigating. So could you imagine being tired from investigating and then you start drinking after the investigation?
Oh yeah. Right. But man, it was the best time ever. That party porch will forever hold a spot in this mind right here. It was a great time. That's why Tony and Cherie need to move to the East Coast.
We're working on it.
Yes.
All right, let's jump to the next one. This is a good one too. All right, here we go. Up here.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very clear.
Real clear one.
There was a up here after that. It was get out of here.
I heard
Was it?
something.
Yeah, it sounded like it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same voice too. If you, not that I'm going to have you do it, but if you go back to some of the other EVPs, that voice is talks more than once.
Yeah, let's play that again. Listen to that.
Yeah.
There's a up here right after that. Here we go.
It's so well pronounced too.
I don't
It's
know if it's of here. It's here.
2 words after that, but I can't make it out. But yeah. The get out is freaking clear
Yeah.
It's very clear.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's like Eddie Murphy. Get out. Too bad we can't stay, baby.
there can't be too many left, Chris. You got to be getting towards the end.
There is 1,
There's
2,
more?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more.
No
Are
way.
you kidding?
Tony, you added 22.
Oh,
I'm serious.
I'm sorry. They were. I cut them in half.
706.
There were 44 of them when I uploaded the first time.
Oh my gosh.
I tried to have some self-control.
But y'all, everybody watching, Tony had 44 Class A EVPs we could have shown tonight, but you all would have been sleeping through half of them. So
Yeah.
that's all right.
I don't know.
We'll get through these 8. We're good.
Yeah.
All right, here's the next one.
That was really good.
Was
too.
that caught after the last Get Out?
Yeah, that was
That was
after
my
the fact.
Same
But you hear
area?
the banging again?
Yes.
You know,
That
that,
was-
almost reminds me of he said get out once, and now he's saying, hey, focused asshole, get out.
Yeah.
You very well might be right. I think it was a similar voice. Play that one more time. It's pretty short.
There's something else. There's
Yeah.
something else
That's
there
focus,
before the bang.
The focus
Yeah,
is
it was-
accurate.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
focus,
so,
get
yeah.
out, focus. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good, man.
That's
Very
very
good.
clear.
I thought the same thing Chris said. I thought it was like, you're not doing it.
Yeah. What did I say?
Amstray.
That's very, very good.
Very good. All
That's
goods.
very good.
Very good. All goods.
All good. Where to go? All good. Get to the chopper.
Oh goodness.
Wait, I just went from German to Austrian. What happened there? All right, here we go. Here's the next one.
Oh, that's good too.
Ooh.
Oh man.
I figure jail cells. I'm sure fights happened all the time.
I'm serious, right?
No, if I was showing off, there'd be 44 of them. I only did 22.
I agree with you, Everett.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point, Scott.
Wow.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's cool. You know, we speculate, but the thing is, the fact that you can come up with context that would make sense in every single instance,
Right?
is also not to be discounted. I don't think.
So
No, I agree. I mean, if it was just random stuff that had no connection or made no sense, then it would
right.
It would
and
change
where
it.
is this? I'm sorry. Where is this place located again? Where?
Globe, Arizona.
Yeah.
Is that far from you? Half an hour or something?
2
Hour
hours.
and a half.
Closer to 2.
Yeah.
All right.
So Globe / Miami is two old mining towns that live together. There's a lot of old mining towns in Arizona. It was all copper, silver,
correct,
and then whatever other crud they could draw to the ground to make money off of. But Miami Globe is actually still an active mine owned by Phelps Dodge.
Yes.
And Phelps
Wow.
Dodge was the same company that owned the Ajo hospital in Ajo that we used to run together and no longer exists. Thanks a lot, Alan. But yeah, Arizona is covered. The southern part of Arizona, the eastern part of Arizona is covered with old copper mines, and those towns are just. I mean, those were the late 1800s, early 1900s, and that's where Tombstone. They were trying to make a copper mine. They had the silver mine there, and everybody knows the history of Tombstone. But these were all the little mining towns that were going on the same time as Tombstone. And Miami Globe was, still to this day, they're still mining that ore out of that ground.
They are.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, though. Those EVPs are freaking fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
I
you.
agree. I agree.
And if you ever make it out to Arizona, you don't think of Arizona as a highly active area, but in the late 1800s, early 1900s, it was the Dodge City, Kansas of the West. It was the stopping point where everybody stopped to make their money before they moved on to the gold strikes in California. These little bitty tiny mining towns were some of the most haunted locations in the United States, and they're fantastic.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, man.
All right, let's go to the next one.
I find it fascinating what the different areas mined for. Like the one we went through here was a zinc mine in New Jersey. You have silver and such, gold when you get out west, and that's fascinating. That part.
Arizona was mostly copper and silver were the two biggest ones. Copper and silver were the two biggest.
But in any copper and silver mine, you had the chance of finding gold, other gems, diamonds. So.
And some of those mining towns in Arizona were some of the roughest friggin' places in those times. Tombstone's a great example. Tombstone was actually pretty mild compared to these other little towns because these other little towns weren't known.
Right.
All right, here we go. Here's the next one.
Wow, Cherie's gone. That's amazing.
Ooh, she cracked.
I don't know. That cracked me up. Oh, I didn't even mean to say that, but that was funny.
But if you think about the relevance, think of a guy stuck in the jail cells back then were what, 6x6 max?
Right. In God knows what temperature, 110, 112.
Oh, yeah.
And, or he just got convicted and he's going across the street for the next 12 years. So from a relevant standpoint, that statement makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes absolute sense. I can tell you right now, standing outside in the Arizona heat makes you want to crack. Imagine being
Tell me about it.
Yeah. Imagine being in a
I'm sorry, Chris. I thought they were talking about the drug crack. That's what I thought.
I don't want the crack. Damn it, give me the
I
heroin.
don't think that.
No, they didn't have crack back then. They didn't have crack back then, but I don't know. I mean, just because you're in the in that jail cell doesn't mean that other spirits can't come through from another time. But anyway, that's how I took it. I didn't take it, But who knows? That's why it made me laugh so much.
And I can tell you right now, Miami Globe is a cute little cute.
It's cute.
That's the
Cute
girl.
little town.
It's a neat little town. It's got its history, but it's not upscale. Let's just put it that way. So the possibility of a current entity being in the same area as older entities is a very likely situation.
Yep.
So
you're not too far off that track there, Missy.
I don't want crack.
Yeah. It's not good enough.
The crack track. Got it.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, maybe two.
That's what I That was what I thought. I thought crack under pressure. That's what I thought.
That's interesting.
Good point. You know what he's saying is that guy earlier said he was guilty. I don't want to crack and admit it.
No, that's true too.
Yeah, that's a good point, Melissa. Great observation. That's fantastic.
Yeah, that was great.
Either way, it was clear. It was a good EVP.
Absolutely.
He already got prosecuted by the firm of Rathman. He's not going to crack. I don't want him.
No, he's not cracking.
Well, that was my nickname when I was younger.
Crackman.
Oh,
Crackman.
Obviously, I'm joking.
Right. That would explain how you could stay up till 3 a.m.
Selling cracky.
Stay up till 3 a.m.
CRV.
Instead of TRV.
Here's the next one.
Wow, I'd be looking at historical records right after that.
No, you need to look at historical records because there's records in Tombstone of a Stillman. Stillman was one of the cowboys.
Well, this is where I need to get Victoria Monday to look it up because she said anytime you need something researched, just let me know. Well, any connection to the Globe Jail or the Globe Courthouse and someone named Stillman.
Well, Stillman was a predominant name in southern Arizona back in the late 1800s, early 1900s, because there was a Frank Stillman that was a part of the Cowboys in Tombstone. I'm wondering if this is a relative that, I mean, it's not Frank, but I wonder if that's a relative. Interesting.
Oh, hi, Dylan.
Hey, Dylan.
Hey, Dylan. We had you on recording earlier. You hit puberty like a rocket.
Yeah.
He's like, great. The old people are making fun of me on the podcast. He's a good kid. Anybody that's never met Dylan, you have missed out. He's a great kid.
Yeah. We hung out with him in Vegas.
I know. We met him in Vegas.
Yeah. He's a good kid.
Good times.
Makes you wonder who his father is. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. He's a Rathman.
He is.
Through and through. You can tell he's a Rathman.
Oh, yeah.
All right, here we go. Here's the next one.
Which is so funny because this is where there was a gentleman who killed himself in the jail. I do not know his name, but a little bit after Cherie asking what's the name of the gentleman who killed himself, I don't think we ever got the name, but then that came through. And I don't know if that was DRV or EVP. That's DRV, I think.
No, it's a report.
I don't remember. But the fact that he said maybe we could have Gordon's funeral, I'm like, crazy.
Yeah, that was good.
Another thing to look up if the suicide was somebody with the name of Gordon.
Right.
Yeah. Well, and what's interesting is back in the late 1800s, early 1900s, when they would have hung prisoners, they didn't have a funeral. They'd stick them in a pine box, they'd cover them with dirt, and they were done.
Yeah.
And if that's an EVP, that's an impressive EVP. That's 2 sentences there.
Right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's DRV.
It doesn't sound like DRV to me.
I got to go back and check.
Let's listen to it again.
Yeah.
DRV.
Yeah, that sounds like DRV.
That's DRV.
Yeah.
That's way too long to be.
I know.
Yeah. Okay.
TRV.
Oh, I'm
That's
sorry, TRV.
TRV.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we got to be on the last one.
I know.
We have
Come
to be.
on, it's all.
No, you have 3 more, fucker. I still have 3 more. Oh, please. The EVP said the F word more than I have tonight. Which for all of you watching is a record. Melissa, that's all. We will have another EVP show.
Yes,
we're not inviting Tony, but we're going to have another EVP.
I'm banned for the next 3. That's okay.
He can participate, but his desk has to be lined up with mice. Like a minefield.
I agree, Melissa. I agree.
Yeah, there's never too much of a good thing, and he's produced on a level that some people spend a long time trying to aggregate that much quality stuff. And Tony, that's why Tony's one of the best in the business. You're seeing it now,
right? And for everybody watching, I'm just Tony and I, we've all been friends for a long time. Tony and I mean, I will bust Tony to no end off camera. That's just me having fun. I would give up anything that I have to show you guys for the quality of the stuff that Tony produces any time of the week, any show for the next year. I would give up my spot so Tony could show his stuff. So that's just me giving Tony a rash of shit. So
you are too kind, Chris. Way too kind. I do appreciate it though. There was some incredible stuff in this set. No doubt about it.
And for everybody watching too, I want this to be known too. The 6 people that you see staring at you right now on these little bitty square screens are some of the best friends I've ever had in my life. So
that I agree with.
Yeah.
Yep, we feel the same.
We agree.
Agreed.
Same here.
So with that note, let's get to the list that Tony still has on it. No, I'm just kidding.
99 audio clips. Sorry. Go on.
All right, here we go. Here's the next one.
Speaking good too.
Same voice again. That's
the exact same voice.
That's a good one.
That guy wanted to be heard, man. He was.
Yeah.
So was that the parabolic mic or was that an EVP? Because that wasn't DRV.
That's parabolic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell you.
Yeah.
The clarity that comes from that is just unbeatable. And
yeah. Every time we've ever used
EV.
Does she have a hair thing in?
Yeah. She has a little thing, right? So cute.
Because she bangs. She bangs. All right, let's listen to that.
Oh,
look at her. She looks like a little Filipino dog that's about to go to the
Yes, but we don't refer to her as that anymore.
Oh,
I
She
know.
loves her daddy. Here we go.
Oh,
She's begging.
so cute.
All right, here we go.
Get out.
Yeah, I have. Hold on. I have no idea what that was, but there are like 3 voices speaking at the exact same interval and the exact same whatever it is they're saying. So I was like, that's really.
That
Sounds like children.
Yeah.
It
Does
sounds
It did sound like children.
Yeah. And
Let's play that again.
Yeah.
Here we go.
That's
It
great.
does. That sounds like kids.
This
I
is
hear
the
like
only,
I'm getting
sorry, this
distressed
is the
from that.
only one I can't claim for sure is paranormal, but it sounds so weird that I had to play it
There's
and
no
get
kids
some
in it.
opinion. I don't know what that is.
I can't hear all of it, but I think it sounds like something about I'm here and something about hiding. But I'm not sure. But and there's more stuff in there. That's what I
There's a
think.
lot in there. Yeah.
You know, it's
Two girls.
what's really creepy is when that's playing, I just get this envision of a playground in the 1800s and these kids outside of a schoolhouse. That's creepy. I don't like that one.
Yeah, like I said, it's the only one in there that I don't know for sure is paranormal or not, but it's just so bizarre that I put it in.
Could be the two girls that Kingsley killed.
It could be.
No, there's a boy in there too.
Yeah, there's three voices. I went through it probably 30 times. There's three voices, but they're all saying the same thing.
Yeah.
That's parabolic, right?
That is parabolic, yes.
So I would revert back to earlier in the show when I would go through your other recordings.
Yeah.
And if that is not on any other recorder at any other given time, and they were also recording when that one was,
they all ran the same time. So
then there's your answer to whether or not that's something that's paranormal in nature based on its origin, because nobody's reacted to that. If anybody was in the building, somebody would have reacted to that. And certainly if people were screaming there, even if they were adults that had childlike voices, somebody would have said something or known.
Absolutely. Somebody would have heard it and said, okay, this is...
Well, and to answer Melissa's question, child visitations weren't allowed until the late 80s.
Okay, because that's what I was going to ask. I was going to ask, did they have, family visitation? So I was going to ask that question because I thought that maybe it was, visiting day. But
Back in the late 1800s, early 1900s, where there wasn't really any visitation allowed at all, unless it was right before a death sentence, and then it was only like the mother or the wife. They would allow them to come to the cell. They wouldn't take them out of the cell. They'd allow them to come to the bars and talk to them. But no, children would not have been allowed until the late 1980s.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Let's listen to that again. I just want to pick up read on.
I want to see if I can make up the.
Here we go.
Sounds like in the classroom, all the kids are talking.
Well, yeah, because there's multiple kids, but they're saying that they're like Melissa said, like if they were singing "Ring Around the Rosie" or something, they're saying the same thing in different voice octaves, but I don't know what the heck it is.
And I hear I'm here somewhere, and I hear something about hiding. That's what I hear. I don't know.
I love that one. That's
it's cool.
Yeah.
I heard, why couldn't we be clip 12?
Why'd you make me 21?
That's probably what they're singing.
Yeah. All jokes aside, I would. I know it takes time, and you put a lot of time into it. I would, if you can't find that on any other recorder,
I'll definitely go back and look.
That's phenomenal catch. It goes from being anomalous and just mysterious to holy beep if it's not on anything else.
Yeah, I need to go back and look though. Like I said, it's the one that I cannot say for sure anything that but I'll go back and look.
I mean that almost reeks of time slip with so much stuff coming through.
Well,
like it's not even just like you got a vocal. That's like a cacophony of voices. Like in a moment, like you captured a moment. That's not.
Were there ever any kids playing outside or people outside ever during your?
There was at one point. There was a small group, but they were older. They weren't like young kids. I would say they were probably in their 20s. But it was on the other side of the building where we were doing DRV. I saw them outside the window. They were only there for a brief time, but the parabolic was all the way on the other side of the building. And
they sound like little kids, though.
Yeah, they sound a lot older than what I saw standing outside the building. But
Yeah.
like I said, I can't confirm it either way.
Vince are not kids.
So Tony, how close?
No, not Vince. No, these were.
How close is the 1910 jail to the old Pueblos in Globe?
The old Pueblos?
Yeah. So, where did it go?
That's a good question, Melissa.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
What did she say?
Not that I know of.
Anything
Melissa, not that I know of.
That's an excellent question by Dylan too, by the way.
So it says here that the Globe jail, the Globe area used to be a site of old pueblos for the Navajos, and the jail and the town were built around where the old pueblos were. So you might be picking up old Native American children playing where the pueblos used to be.
Could be. Who knows? Well, like I said, the first thing I had to do is what Ron said, and because if it shows up on the other recorders, then I can just drop it because it's not paranormal.
Right.
So that's the first thing I got to find out. Once I can do that, then I'll take it further if needed.
That almost doesn't sound like it's going to show up. I'd almost put money on it. It's not.
I'm curious.
I have the same gut feeling. I don't think it's going to be it. But you got to know.
Check.
That has that opposite echo, EVP echo, where it almost sounds like it's distance beyond the veil, an echo from the past type thing that we've picked up in other investigations. That's whoo. I don't like that one.
But that time it was raining really hard and thunder.
Right. So
Oh,
you're
yeah,
right.
I don't
Those
think
kids
there
were there
will be-
before. Yeah, that's a good point. 'Cause That was the last hour or two we were there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
All
so
right,
we have 15 more to go. I'm just kidding. We have one more. We have one more to go.
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Are you still here?
Okay, that one could have been deleted. See, 20. We only had 21. We just had 21.
That was a good one.
Yeah, it was hard to make out though.
Let's
How-
play it again.
Yeah, like you had to play it when it.
Yeah, I don't know if it was back room or bathroom, but I think there's a K sound in there, so I think it is back room. But
That
What
was
you
Anthony
just said is
Simonelli after
exactly what I was. Sorry, Chris.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say that's exactly what I was trying to figure out, whether it was back room or bathroom.
Let's play it again.
yeah.
Are you still here?
Yeah, it's hard to tell because of the hard consonant for the T in bath.
Yeah, it's hard to
almost
tell.
has a clicky sound like a K.
Yeah.
Well, because of that bang, too. There's a
Right.
bang in it.
Right, it
And that
interrupts
goes
it.
right over the K.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
Yeah.
or TH. I'm not sure which, but. Well, the good news is that was the last one.
Oh my God! About time.
I deleted the other 20. No, I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
thank
Good.
you.
Good. He's like, thank you, because I have to go to the bathroom.
I did that already.
Listen, you got two things out of that whole experience. We busting Tony's balls. Like I agree with Chris too. I'll bust his balls. I'll bust his balls endlessly for that and anything else. But he produced Class A stuff in volume. It wasn't even everything he had. And if you told somebody who's into anything that there was more of it on TV to watch, they would be glad that there was more of it there. So
Right.
that was awesome to sit through that. I would
It was
watch another
good.
show with the other half of those if I wasn't even on it. I would watch the show just to see the
Thank
rest.
you.
So with that being said, the next EVP show will have 22 more of Tony's.
Yeah.
I was expecting to come maybe 3 or 4 out of the whole night. We
But
were
you
there.
decided to put 20.
They just kept showing up. We were there, 6 hours? 6, 7 hours?
Yeah, 8, 7.
Something like that. And we had multiple recorders running throughout the whole building, parabolic and other stuff. But I had 40 some hours to review.
Okay, I thought
DRV we had
40
running,
clips.
but
Okay.
I was really happy because they just kept communicating. So normally you don't get a type of quantity.
No, it's great.
Well, no, and we're busting Tony's balls, but that's a teachable moment for everybody that's watching. Look at the evidence that Tony got, but look at the amount of recorders and stuff that he had throughout the facility. I mean, if you want to catch that kind of evidence, it's not one recorder in the hot spot.
No.
Yeah.
It's multiple recorders throughout the building. It's multiple different devices because they're not always caught on one singular device. It's usually caught on multiple devices, and most of the time it's caught on one, but not the others.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, and we'd move around through the areas of one floor or the second floor or anywhere else we could go. So we had recorders placed, and then you'll just hear silent and just hear an EVP, and then you'll hear Cherie or I say something, and then because we actually were in that room when it occurred. But yeah, that was a good trip though.
And he's been smiling for 90 minutes.
I know. I don't ever smile.
We love when Tony smiles.
90 minutes.
90 minutes.
Smile is from ear to ear.
Well, you know what? And anybody that produces that kind of evidence has a reason to smile.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he put in the work. You know what I mean? He put in the work. He listens to his recorders. He makes sure, let me see if it's here. And if it's not here, and you have to put in the work,
You do.
Yeah.
So
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, and there's nothing more satisfying to those of us, to any paranormal investigator, especially those of us that have been in the field for so long, than when you go into, you spend hours of review, you spend hours investigating, and when you come out with stuff like this, I mean, this is our reward. We don't walk away and get $5 for every EVP. If we did, Tony would be retired right now. I mean, if we got paid for this, then this is our payment right here. Is what Tony's produced tonight, what Ron and Lourdes have produced tonight with their DRV. It's fantastic. I mean, this is why we do what we do, because this shows us that what we're searching for is actually out there.
Yep.
Thank you.
And if you do it right and you do it for the right reasons to put the time in, I shared with you guys today. We caught an EVP when I was opening a direct radio session at the Shanley this past Saturday. I was introducing the sitting. And I caught an EVP while I was talking. So this stuff, if you put the time in, you do it right, the opportunity to get what you're looking for is there.
Yep, they will communicate with you. Absolutely.
They will. They will.
Yeah, yes,
Well,
they
and
will.
we've said it before and we'll say it again. I mean, these are the highlight reels. The same thing you see on TV. It's all highlight reels. The real work is in the investigation and in the review.
Yep.
And then this right here is our payoff, guys. This is what we work so hard for. I mean, this is fantastic. Great job, you guys. Fantastic.
Yay!
Great stuff. Yep.
I'm kind of glad I didn't throw any in there because you guys would have made us look like shit. So
Stop. You always say
And let that be a teachable moment too, because there's a selflessness and a sense of mutual respect amongst everybody. And now we can say this with complete confidence. We've been in the room with all four of you before, the two of us. And that's how you people operate. You guys are the same way. You're very selfless. You share your experience. You share the spotlight. You promote each other. Chris and Audra held back evidence, which they're going to share next go around, so that Tony and I can get a bunch of stuff in to show the audience. And that's what you do when you're part of the greater good and you're not just about you. And that speaks volumes, because not everybody would do what you guys did tonight on behalf of us for Direct Radio Chuckleheads.
That's so true. They do what I did.
Yeah. Well, and to add what Rod just said, you know what? Not everybody gets the honor and the privilege of working with this group of people like right here, like we do. I mean, it's a mutual respect, and I don't feel like we gave anything up. I think what you guys produced tonight was fantastic. I don't feel like we sacrificed anything. I mean,
that just confirms what I said. The fact that that's how you feel about it just confirms what I said. Absolutely. And Tony, all jokes aside too, that's 21 clips at that level, at that magnitude of quality. That's phenomenal. And there's more.
And there's more.
I know.
That was only half.
He needs to do a commercial for the next show. He goes, "How would you like to have classy tonight? $24.95. Is that good? Wait, don't answer. There's more.
There's more. You get a side A, a side B, and a CD number 2.
Now, how much would you pay?"
Look at Anthony. How you doing?
Yeah, well, I mean, we're on an hour and 40 minutes, so I don't blame them for being ready for an intermission. So,
and it was a great hour and 40 minutes.
Well, thank you. You guys had some awesome stuff too, and I know you have even more awesome stuff that you didn't play tonight. So, very cool though. Great capture you guys got.
That was fantastic.
Yeah. Thank you.
That was fun. I love it.
It was good. It was good.
So Tony, who joined us tonight? We got Scott, we got Anthony, we got
Melissa.
Melissa's so phenomenal.
She rocks.
Yeah, she is.
Dylan Rathman, hello.
And Dylan
Rathman.
Someone.
Yeah, who's someone?
Wendy Hayes.
Ronald. He's always
Ronald, yep.
Yeah.
I was always with Scott, Everett,
Jeff Beatty, Jeff Tafflin,
Miss Carrie.
Miss Carrie was here.
Yeah.
The ground floor at Bel Air.
When you see Dawn Merle, that's my sissy in Arizona when she pops on.
Oh, cool.
We have a new one, someone.
Yeah.
Katie Holte.
Katie Holte, Courtney Peterson, Terry Hopper.
Yep.
Jeff
Yeah.
Tafflin.
Yeah, Jeff is the caretaker at
Bel Air.
At Bel Air.
Oh, that's right.
Was.
That's right.
Ah,
Oh, was.
He's the one who got pushed out the window.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah. I'd leave too.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Courtney Peterson was here.
Yes.
Yeah, Courtney is always with us. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you for stopping in like you do every week. We appreciate
Thanks for
you.
hanging with us.
Thanks for hanging with us. One of the reasons why we have shows like this, guys, is to show you that we're not just, hey, let's bring paranormal investigators on and show what they got. We're here for the passion. We're here for the people. We're here for you guys. We're here for the paranormal. That's. I mean, if you guys haven't seen the 6 of us in the last, God, almost 3 years we've been doing this now.
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys haven't realized by watching us that this is truly our passion, this is what we love doing, not just loving each other as a team, but this is actually what we love getting out and doing with you guys. It's not just about us showing everybody else. It's about us getting out there and doing it too. So when we show you guys what we do and we talk about what we do and we talk about what we see during the evidence, it's because we've been out there, we've done it, we feel it, we've lived it, we've done the review, we've done everything, and that's our passion. And if you guys can't see it on here, we're not doing our job. So we love coming on and having these shows with you guys, with EVPE showing our evidence, because it gets us a chance to show you what we've caught and where we've been. And I'm sure we'll have another one coming. We've got some great guests coming up. We're taking off next week to relax.
Yes.
And we appreciate you guys coming out. We really, really do. This is fun for us. We look forward to this every week. We look forward to seeing each other, and we have mutual respect for each other that is way beyond bounds that you guys can't see, but we can feel. And if you guys can't see it on here, then you're not watching. Thank you guys for coming out.
422 clips.
No. Hey, Tony can put on 40 clips. If they're as good as that one, those we will happily show them. I'll happily wait until the next show.
I promise not to have more than 2 next time we do this.
Well, then you're going to disappoint the audience. Yeah.
Two clips, each one 43 minutes long.
Yeah, I didn't say anything about the length. I did not mention the length.
Just like a man that sits there.
All right, guys. So if you're not paying attention to the passion and the love that we have as a team and the passion that we have for the paranormal, you're not watching our show closely. And most of all, you're not staying haunted. All right, guys. Have a great week. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Have a great Labor Day, guys.
Night.
Night.
Can you give me a name? What's your name?